Hey guys. So I think I mentioned in another video not too long ago that I had gained some weight and I'm back on keto again. And I thought, I've talked about the keto diet in general in 4 or 5 videos, I would say. Yeah, somewhere around there. And this video is going to be about what are the biggest challenges or the most difficult parts about being on a keto diet. If you're somebody who has never tried that and you're curious about that, because now I've been on it on 3 different occasions to lose weight. I mean, it definitely works. There's no question about it. And if you want to know more about the diet in general, check out those other videos on my channel. Go to my channel page and then just type in the keyword diet, and about 4 videos will come up where I'm talking about the specifics of the diet and what foods I'm eating. But in today's video, I would like to talk about what foods I'm not eating, or what foods you won't be eating if you follow a keto diet. And these are the biggest challenges of the diet, for sure. Number one, sugar. You cannot have sugar or anything with sugar in it. And I am not somebody that can do artificial sweeteners. If you are, then that will be your saving grace, because you can just substitute artificial sweeteners for sugar. I can't. I seem to get some sort of an allergic reaction to pretty much every one that I try. Either I get a headache or I get a stomach ache, depending on what the sweetener is. And I've tried, my God, I'd say I've tried at least 10 different ones. And even the ones that are supposed to be natural, I get either a stomach ache or a headache from those. So that artificial sweeteners just don't work for me. So you can't have sugar, you can't have honey, so you can't have anything like that. So probably the most difficult thing is my morning coffee, because coffee without sugar in it is not easy, because coffee is bitter. But I found a coffee that is not bitter, or not as bitter as other coffees, and it isn't like a national brand that you can find all over the country. It's sort of a localized thing, so I know that's not going to be very helpful for you, but I'm just saying that not being able to put sugar in my coffee is rough. And if I go out and get a coffee somewhere, it's the same situation. I'm thinking to myself, oh geez, is their coffee going to be too bitter to drink without sugar? Because when I'm at home, because I did find a coffee that wasn't bitter, but out at a restaurant, a lot of times it is very bitter and you really need that sugar in there. So that's the biggest obstacle. And just not being able to have anything with sugar, like candy, cookies, ice cream, cake, um, pastries, pancakes, waffles, because of the syrup and everything. But yeah, you don't realize how many things have sugar in them until you can't have sugar. Especially, like, it's September now, so I'm already thinking Thanksgiving. Oh, I love to have pie on Thanksgiving. I don't know if I will have lost enough weight by then to have a slice of pie, but what's Thanksgiving without pie? That's the best part. Well, that's debatable. I like the stuffing too. But let's see. Oh, fruit. You can have tomatoes, which I know tomato being classified as a fruit is kind of crazy, because that's not what I think of when I think of fruit. But you can have tomatoes and you can have avocados. Same situation. Avocado is a fruit, but to me it's more like a vegetable. So the only fruit that's like a sweet fruit that you can have are berries, which is great because I love berries. But I don't know, it would just be nice. I mean, again, this is September, so the apples are starting to come out at the apple orchards, and so now I can't have apples. But yeah, so all I can have for fruit basically is berries, tomatoes, and avocados. So very limited on that. And then the next category that is a huge obstacle for the keto diet is you're not allowed to have bread, rice, or pasta. That's a tough one because how often do you have sandwiches? I mean, sandwiches or hamburgers on a hamburger bun, or you know, just that's really tough. Or if you have like a nice breakfast, it like I cook omelets all the time, and boy, I miss that piece of toast that I used to have with the omelet, but can't have toast anymore. So that's rough. Pasta, I had kind of weaned myself off pasta in general a long time ago because, you know, Italian food, lasagna, spaghetti, ravioli, all that kind of stuff is so fattening. So I kind of weaned myself off that. So that's not that difficult because I wasn't eating it anyway. And rice, I do really love rice, and I used to have that like as a side dish with meals where there would be like protein, vegetable, and then a lot of times I would just cook a little bit of rice, but no more rice. And now I can't have pizza because, you know, the pizza dough is a type of bread. So no pizza. And the only other thing that I feel like is difficult about the keto diet is you can have most vegetables, but there are just a few that you can't have. Number one being potatoes. And every time you go to a restaurant, what do they want to give you with your meal? French fries. So, you know, I always have to ask them if I can have like a double serving of vegetable. Like the other day, we went out to celebrate my stepson's birthday, and so the guy was like, baked, mashed, or fried at the restaurant. And I was like, can I have two regular vegetables instead? He goes, oh yeah, fine, that's fine. So I had a double serving of green beans instead, which, you know, I love green beans, but I do really like French fries and potatoes. So you're not supposed to have any vegetables that are like a root vegetable. Potatoes, carrots, um, you know, root vegetables. It's funny because a lot of recipes that I've seen say say that, but I don't know. I've seen some contradictory information about certain like keto recipes and stuff. There's a lot of contradictions out there. So have any of you guys ever done keto, and what has been your experience with it? I feel like if you don't cheat on it, it really does work. There's an adjustment period in the beginning where your digestive system goes a little wacky for a few days because, I mean, it's a very different way of eating. It's a high fat, high protein diet. And that's especially difficult for me because I had my gallbladder removed years ago, so it's even harder for me to process the fat. I really can't process the fat. Sometimes it just eating that way doesn't agree with me. But I did some research, and you know, is it safe to eat keto if you have no gallbladder? And it said it was okay, but I don't know, that kind of contradicts with what my doctor told me. When I had my gallbladder out, there was no such thing as the keto diet. But he was, you know, expressing like what the gallbladder used to do, and now I don't have one. And so it's not very good for my heart to be on this, which is why I don't want to eat this way for the rest of my life. I just more or less use this diet to lose weight, and so it's a temporary thing. But I find that as soon as I'm the weight that I'm supposed to be and I go back to eating normally, I tend to overdo it because another one of the biggest challenges or hardest things about the keto diet is my favorite snack in the world. And I only used to have this on the weekend, usually one day a week. I would make myself a big bucket of popcorn and, you know, eat that while we were watching Netflix. But yeah, can't have any kind of corn on keto. Corn is a really fattening vegetable, especially when you pop it in oil and then usually sprinkle something else on top. But yeah, oh man, I miss popcorn. So those are the biggest challenges for me with keto. And let me know what was the hardest thing for you to give up if you had ever been on it. But it definitely works. There's no doubt about it. I will definitely be able to lose the weight that I want to lose on this. And how long will it take? Um, probably. Well, let's see. I want to lose. Well, I've already lost about 3 pounds, so I want to lose another 12 pounds probably. So it should take me about no more than a couple more months. So we just started September, so beginning of October, if I don't cheat, which, you know, I'm human, so. But the thing with keto is you don't want to cheat because once you get any of those like substances like sugar in your bloodstream, it takes you out of keto, and then it's almost like you have to start all over again because it does something to the way your body is processing your food. So you really don't want to cheat on this diet, but sometimes it's really hard. Like when we were at the restaurant the other day, my husband was sitting next to me, and his food, he got the French fries with his meal, and then he didn't eat them all. And he said to me and his son, "Anybody want a fry? I'm not going to eat all these." And I grabbed one of his fries, which I shouldn't have, but you know, it's right there. Somebody offers it to you. I mean, it's not like I'm going to order it or make it at home. So I think you know what I'm saying. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.